So nandito na, no? A master page, no? How to create a master page. Here's the site. The only difference in a master page is in the body, okay, you will have a portion called placeholder, content placeholder. So it's usually placed below our menu. So this is our menu, right? This is our menu. No? Ito. Do you follow? Okay. Okay. So this is our menu, and then below the menu we will have our content placeholder. We assign an ASP content placeholder. No? We give it an ID. It can be found in the toolbox also, no? And we run it as server. We give it an ID so that in our content web pages, we will be targeting that ID. Okay, do you follow? We'll be targeting that ID. For example, we have here, no, the homepage HTML. Okay, so look at this, no. This is our login page, no. Our new login page. It doesn't have a body anymore. Do you follow? Take note, it doesn't have a body. Okay, it will be part of the body of the main site. Do you follow? Which part of the main site? Particularly on the content placeholder named main content. Okay? Do you follow? Tina-target natin. Okay? So anyway, let me run that. Ready, no? If you have tried our source code, no? Downloaded them and created sample projects, you must have realized that there are many things that you can do already, no? So we can, at this point, I think, no? We can already create a Shopee type or a Lazada type web page. Diba? Especially when we discuss CRUDs. Okay? Ito, lalagyan natin ito ng offers. Okay? So take note that this is our site master. It's only our site master which has the header and the full HTML. Okay? Our site master which has the full HTML, and a designated portion of the site HTML is indicated as the content placeholder. No? Now, below the content placeholder, we assigned a footer, which means that the footer and the nav bar will be fixed. The space in between them will be the where will be the place for the contents, which means it will change depending on the content which we will supply them. Okay? Do you follow? Okay. So it's like this, no? Now we also have created controls for login pages, no? Pages which are not allowed to be accessed if you're not logged in. Okay. For example, no, you can still do a better CSS than this, no? So for example, if you click home, this is your home page. If you click about us, no, you will have an about page. Take note that the nav bar and the footer are fixed, no? If you click view books, no, do you follow? So and then the content pages which you'd like to know is view books. So that if you log out and if you go to view books, okay, you will be sent back to login. If you're logged in as a plain user, no, okay, if you log in as a plain user, you can also cannot access admin pages like authors, no? Author ba? O, what's the name? We forgot, no? Anyway, let me just go back and log in as admin. Author management, no? So wala pa natin, but we can put uh, a check here to find out whether the users, no, have logged in as admin or not. No? So anyway, so that's our what I'd like to do now is to create a CRUDs for the authors. No, what authors? Now, if in our demo database, I have created a table which a list of authors for books, no? So if you can see now, no, we'll just like recreating our old project in a new platform, no? So for example, in our database server, we have demo. By the way, we can see this also in in demo, no? The tables, authors. So we have last name, author, first name, author. We have ID, author, and middle name, nationality, and specialization. What I'd like to do is a project like this, no? Let me show you the finished product, no? Any questions so far? The finished product is like this. Wala pala yung author na I haven't pupunta na. But if you log in here, no, this is the list of authors which we'd like, no. Take note that this is a content page, no. It's between the footer and the nav bar. Okay. So for example, you can edit. No? For example, Manansala Argilia Jr. For example, and then you can click the save button. Okay. You can click the delete button like that, no. So it's deleted. You can add another author and click the plus, so it's added. Do you follow? We can even add a search button later, no? So it's a full CRUDs. So you know what a CRUDs is, right? Create, retrieve, update, delete, search, no? CRUDs. Create, retrieve, CR is create, update, delete, retrieve, no? You want to retrieve, no? Search, no? Delete and search. We are going to recreate this, no? Let me open the project. So anyway, you don't have to use Visual Studio or rather the server SQL Server Management Studio anymore, no? Because there's also an SQL Server browser, no? A database browser in Visual Studio. Okay. What we'd like to do is create the author site. Okay. So meron tayong SQL Server database objects, no? Okay. So for example, we have this. No? Meron din siyang palang ano, no? When you install Visual Studio, you will have this instances. So you have demo. So you have it in Visual Studio. Okay. Anyway, na. Can you create? Yes, you can create stored procedures here. Can you edit this? I'm not sure if you can edit this, no? The Valerio. Okay. You can edit this by doing a double click. No? So, yeah. Pagpunta mo dito, you can double click. So, nandyan. No? Then, can you run this? No. Hindi siya magtakbo. No? You have to edit the outside. No? You have to edit. Update. There's an update here. Oh. There's an update button. You can say alter. Then update. So you can really edit, no? Update cannot proceed to do validation errors. The statement is not recognized in this context. Okay, we'll find out. Alter procedure, hindi niya maano. I'm not sure why. No, let's set this back to create if it will. Okay. So I think it updates it, no? So you just click the update. You don't even have to change the create into alter. Okay. So anyway. So ito ngayon ang gusto nating mangyari. We would like to create an author's page for the author's management. Let's run this. So for the admin, no? So that when the admin clicks, no? Invalid login, the password is wrong. Okay. When the admin logs in, no? Pag-click niya ng author management, we will have it there, no? So anyway, let's create a blank page first. Okay. Let's create a blank page first. So we will not create a web another web form or another site, but we will create a page content, no? So we'll do we'll do that by going to the site master. Itong site master, i-right click natin, and then we add page content. The thing is, it gives you the name right away. We'll change this, no, to authors. So there's a lot of things to change so that we know that this is the authors page. Okay. Then we'll have to change all the what's inside, no? Mga class names, authors. Okay, and then where's that? Yeah, ito. And then this one, authors. Can we test this first by putting a content? So ang content placeholder is by default already the main content. So we can test a header h3. This is the author's page. Okay, first. And then what we'll do is we'll edit our main site. Ito yung ating main site, no? Okay. The site master. We'll go to the design view, and then we will have we can get the admin. So we'll go to the source code, and then we'll put an on click, no? On click on the author management, no? So we can just click it here and find the on click action ito, no? So nandito na siya. Do you follow, no? First, what do we need to do? We check that we cannot give this to all users, right? Because we would like to uh, uh, print this, no? We would like to uh, limit this to the admin. Okay? Do you follow? So ito na yung, this will be the author management on click. Okay? The first thing to do is, okay, we will limit access, no? To this. Okay. First, we will redirect pala, no? Response dot redirect. We have authors dot aspx. Okay. No? Authors dot aspx. Okay. So pag admin, okay. If it goes to the author management, so this is the author's page. Take note na hindi binago yung ano, no, yung navbar at saka footer. Do you follow? Okay, any questions so far? No, so ganun. The first thing we do is to check the access, no? Check the access. So what we'll do is we'll check if the administrator, if the system is an administrator, kung administrator siya. Okay? Dapat limited lang ito sa administrator. Okay? First, we have to check if the user is not null, no? Dapat may ano. We'll go to the author's page. Ito na, page load. We do it here in the page load. Okay? So first, we'll have this code, no? I'll just paste it, no? Para hindi mahirap mag-copy. Mahirap kasi mag-copy. Okay, so first, what did we do? We check if the administrator is not null because as the session variable, no? Okay, and if it's not null, we check that it's true. Do you follow? Okay. Else, what will we do? So we'll have a blank lang muna, no? We will proceed here, no? Okay. We'll proceed here, no? Else, what will we do? We'll check if the username is not. Okay. Is not null. Okay. Kasi kung hindi siya null, invalid access, di ba? Okay. Do you follow? If the user is null, invalid access because it's limited to logged in users. If it's not null, but it's not equal to administrator like this, no? Ganun din, no? Do you follow? Okay. Access is limited to admin users only. So take note, no? We have done this, no? Nilagyan ko ng ganito. Instead of no, we use the response.write so that we can do a JavaScript. Okay? And then we can pass a window alert. Okay? This is just the HTTP alert, no? Let's run this. Okay? We have errors, no? Kulang ito ng isa. Probably kulang ng isa, no? Okay? We can easily, no? See that. Okay? So for example, if he goes directly to authors, so it complains about invalid access. Okay? Okay? And then if he logs in as a user, okay, do you follow? And then you go to authors. So access is limited to admin users only, no? So it's sufficient. It's a very you can do something better like a CSS alert, no? But for the moment, you can do the CSS in the response.write. Kasi pwede ka naman maglagay ng CS ng talagang ano, you can really format an HTML there in response.write. But for the moment, we'll just use the plain alert. Okay? So let's log out as admin. Okay? So pwede na siya ngayon dito sa author management. Okay? If he goes to home and goes back to authors, is allowed. Okay? Okay? So let me show you the code. No, ito no. I-check natin response.write. Okay? You must have seen this, no? And it calls a window alert, no? Okay? You follow? No? So what will we do in our page content? For example here. No? Let's format this better, no? So instead of doing this here, no, we can put a div. Mas magandang lagyan natin ng div. Okay? And put a paragraph and center it there. Ganito lang naman eh. Do you follow? Okay? Do you follow? And then we'll put the print button below that. Let's run this. Okay. Admin. We go to author management. So ito, meron na siyang list of authors. Do you follow? No? And then we'll put the print button. Now, to do that, it's advisable that you use the CSS classes row and column. Okay? Fortunately, we have that in our site master. Nandito. Okay. You have that here, oh. Bakit walang row? Ano, we have that in login. Okay? Ito. Ikahin natin yung row. Yung dalawang row. Okay? We'll go to our authors page. Let's go to login again. Mukhang may kulang ito eh. Can we use a container? A div container. Ilagay na lang natin silang lahat sa ano, no? Sa container. This will be a row. We'll have an end div here. We'll just copy this. Okay? Lagyan natin ng div. Ilang div? Tatlong divs. Diba? Tatlo ba? This is the div of the column, the div of the row, and the div of the container. Okay. Wag natin i-MX auto. Okay. Wag na muna tayong mag-MX auto, okay? Because we'll do an MX auto when we put a search so that the button will be placed to the right. So what we'll have is aside from the list of authors, we'll do a print button, okay? Okay. We'll get that button from login.aspx. Okay. We'll have the button. Okay. We put that in here. btn print. Print author. Kasi may iba tayong ano. We'll remove the on click. And then the text will be print. Okay. Okay, let's look at the design view. Okay, print. Pero masyadong ano, malaki. Okay. Let's just remove this. btn lang muna tayo, no? Or we will remove all classes. Let's have a blank button so we can have mr auto daw. What's that? mr. Let's look at maglagay lang tayo ng blank button. Okay? Para we can push it. Instead of a blank button, we can even make it a blank link. Okay? MX auto pala. Let me copy this. Admin. Let's go to that. So there's a problem with Chrome. So pangit pa, no? We'll put it in the center. Okay. give it a class, no? Pangit itong, what kind of button? Let's go to ano and look for bootstrap. Bootstrap buttons. Okay. Ito. So can we use this ano? Secondary btn secondary. Okay. Can we view that in design view? Yes. Meron na tayong secondary button. Okay. So it looks a little bit better. We can put a width, no, of the button later if you like. No? So nandito yung print. Okay. Okay. And then we'll put excuse me, no, can you excuse me a while? I need to have a pee break. Huh? Dahil. Okay. Thank you, no. Okay. We'll put another row so we can center the grid. We will use a data grid, no? A data grid. Okay. So let's go to the source. Okay. We'll put this again. Okay. We'll remove the. Okay. Can we just put the center first, no? MX Auto na lang, no? And then in here we'll go to our toolbox and go to look for grid view. Yan. Yan. Nandiyan na, no? We'll just put it there. Okay. And we'll give it a name GV, grid view, no? Authors. Let's look at that. Let's look at the design view. So nandiyan naka-center na siya. Okay? Okay. Then we'll add columns. Okay? So wala pa tayong ano. Let's format this. We can format this the way we did. No, there's a way to format this easily. Can we do, but it's much better to format it right here. No? So anyway, to have a default format, we can change the format, no? Or we can use templates, no? Ano bang magandang template? We'll use auto format. So we'll choose a format. Okay, shall we say professional if you want it to look like professional, no? So ganyan ang format pag professional. If you'd like to change it to Snowy Pine. Okay, Snowy Pine I think is a popular format. Okay? Do you follow? So you can format the grid. We will put the columns on the grid using by hard coding it, no? Okay? First, let us put the header on the grid. Lalagyan natin ng columns, no? Okay. So, we will set one property of the grid which is auto-generate columns, no? So, nandyan na yung okay? So, nilagyan na niya ng format. Okay? Do you follow? This is because of the format that we choose. Yan na naglagay. We'll add one more, no? Auto-generate columns because we will fix the columns to last name, first name, what's that in our database? Everything there in the database, no? And then we'll have a footer. Okay, we'll do a footer. Okay, so lagyan natin ng footer. We say show footer equals true. Now, a very important property of the data grid is the key name, which means the primary key of the author's field, or rather author's table. You have to put it in a property called data key names. No? Dito natin ilagay. After the, yes, that's correct. No? Okay, let's design that. Let's look at the design view. No? So we can run this for the moment to see if you have the correct HTML. Okay. This is a problem with Chrome. No? Uy, bakit wala tayong ano? Hindi nakita ang grid. Anyway, because maybe we didn't have any columns yet. No? Kasi auto-generate columns is false. Ilagay nga natin yung ano, auto-generate columns is true. But anyway, we haven't added any columns yet. No? Let's add a column. Okay. We can do that by specifying columns. Okay. So dito sa grid view. After this, no? We specify the columns of the grid view. Okay, hindi siya naglagay ng end tag. That's bad, no? So anyway, we'll put the end tag. Okay. So we will specify the columns here. For example, we will specify the column first name. Okay? Last name, I'm sorry. Last name pala. This is called by adding a certain ASP tool, no? Which you can see in the toolbox. It's called, okay, a text box, no? Actually, it's just a text box, no? But we will use a template, no? Called an item template, no? Like this. Okay. Okay. We will add a footer, no? To every column. So here's the first column, no? Lagyan natin ito ng ano, last name column. We'll put a column with header and footer. Okay? It's our remarks. It's called a template field. The header is last name. Okay, and then there's a template, no? We'll call this last name, L name template. Item, it's just an item on the, we'll just call it item template. So this is the label. Take note, this is the label, no? Okay. Okay. And this is the last name author. The string inside the eval is actually the actual field name. Okay, the field name in the database. Just like data key names. Data key names is a field name, is a field name referring to the primary key. Okay. 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 This is the footer. Okay. Let's save this and let's look at the design view. It's not allowed. Bakit hindi allowed? Let's look at the something wrong with our maybe we're not allowed this, no? Bakit it's not allowed daw? Let me cut this first, no? So, anyway, we'll have a break, no? we'll have a break, no, because we'll have to save. No, we'll just finish this part, no, yung CRUDs, and then that will be all for today. Okay. So anyway, let me remove that first and look at the design view. Oh, nawala na. Okay. So let's run this. Hindi pala pwede mag-remarks and doon in the middle. Okay. So auto-generate columns is set to false, no? Okay. So we'll go to admin, go to authors. Bakit wala, no? Let me check, no? Maybe we'll remove the div, no? We'll remove the div. Okay. Tanggalin ko na lang itong div class row. We'll just retain the 1, 2. After the center. Wala pala kasing center. Nandun ang center. Okay, we'll remove the 2 divs. Okay. Let me run this. Admin. Hindi lumabas. I'll check this out, no? Anyway, we'll take a break, no? And then for me to save that, no? And then I'll check this out along the break. Okay. So don't go away, no? We'll take a break because we'll be cut off.